What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 7, Episode 6, Paradise Lost. Let's get into Chitty and Renee. One thing I have to say to TLC, if y'all are going to glorify domestic abuse, please put a trigger warning before the show starts. Because I don't think a lot of people really see the way that Renee was treating Chitty. I don't think that for a lot of people, this is entertainment. You know, it's Sunday night, you want to curl up on your couch, watch some reality TV. I don't think a lot of people are signing up for watching this type of abuse. Um, as a form of entertainment. So just put a trigger warning or something because this is just really out of control. And TLC, y'all have really taken like a completely different direction when it comes to 90 Day Fiance franchise. This, I don't know what's going on here. I guess Angela and Michael made y'all a whole bunch of money that y'all are trying to replicate the whole Angela and Michael situation. But let's get into it. So Chitty and Renee, it starts off with them going to the doctor. Now, Renee tells us that even though she is attracted to Chitty because he's blind and because he cannot see her, because she's very self-conscious of how she looks, she is still willing to help him try to regain his sight if at all possible. So she takes him to the doctor. And the doctor examines his eyes, and basically the prognosis is very negative. The doctor tells Chitty that the nerves in his eyes are completely damaged. If he cannot even like detect light, then the nerves are really damaged and there's really no hope for him to ever see again. She said that the chances of him regaining his sight is slim. The pressure in his eyes is also extremely high. It could possibly result in him losing his eyes. And so she put him on some medication to reduce the pressure. So the prognosis was very grim as far as the possibility of him regaining his eyesight. So after the doctor visit, Chitty says that he feels even more connected to Renee. Now I'm beginning to wonder, after we saw what we saw uh, throughout the whole segment, I'm beginning to wonder if her taking him to the doctor was just a manipulation tactic on her part. Because he said that after visiting the doctor, he felt even more connected to Renee because when he got the bad news about his eyes, you know, Renee was there to comfort him. Renee was there for him. And so he feels this, you know, really great connection to Renee. And I'm thinking that she probably just took him to the doctor just as a way to manipulate him and to get on his good side so that she can really work him and make him do what she wants him to do. But we'll get to all of that later. So back at his sister's house, they're having dinner. The sister prepared a very special dinner per Chitty's request. Chitty asked his sister to make, one of his favorite meals because he wanted to impress Renee. So the sister cooked. They are sitting at the table having dinner, and Renee didn't really care for the food. She talked about the food in her confessional. She said that the food was like really hard and it felt like rocks going down her throat, etc. So she did not appreciate the food at all. Um, they were even like, "Did you want us to make you something else?" And she was like, "No." And the sister even asked, "So what do you normally eat in America?" Because, Chitty is used to a certain type of cuisine. He likes his home cooked traditional Nigerian meals. And so if Chitty and Renee are going to get married, the sister is wondering, like, so what do you normally eat in America? And Renee said that she normally eats a lot of processed foods, frozen foods, things that you can just, stick in the microwave and eat. That's what she eats. And so the sister is now really worried about, can this woman really take care of my brother properly? So all of a sudden, the mood completely shifted because his sister, did look worried. Renee was like, why do you always look so? What did she say to her? Why do you always look so negative? You always have like a very negative look on your face. And no, angry. She says, "Why do you always look so angry?" That's what she said. "Why do you always look so angry?" And Victoria, the sister, she was like, "I'm not angry." Her and her husband was like, "She's not angry at all." Um, but she's definitely worried. And so Renee talks about in her confessional how she's always sensed a very dark energy coming from Victoria. No, that's just you projecting your own dark energy on everybody else. So when she asked his sister, "Why do you look so angry?" I was like really shocked that she would say that because it was highly disrespectful. The fact that, I mean, Renee starts off by saying, when she first arrived in Nigeria, she was telling us how she always had a premonition that the man that she was going to be with, that she wasn't going to get along with the sister. So she already arrived in Nigeria with a very negative attitude towards the sister, but then she accuses the sister of being negative towards her. When she, from the get go, before she even met the woman, she already had it in her mind that I'm not going to like her. I'm not going to get along with her. She's going to have a dark energy because I've had this premonition my whole life that I wasn't going to get along with my man's sister. But then she blames the sister for being negative and dark. When the sister has done nothing but try to accommodate Renee, has been very polite, friendly, has tried to be sisterly with Renee. I have not seen the sister do anything bad or negative, anything that is hinting at her being negative towards Renee at all. She's opened up her home, opened up her arms, opened up her family towards this woman, and this woman just gives her nothing but negativity. So Chitty even said he was alarmed that Renee would say this to his sister, but Chitty said nothing because Chitty is very meek and mild mannered, and obviously he doesn't like confrontation. And so when Renee was attacking his sister at the dinner table, Chitty really didn't say much of anything at all. That probably bothered the sister, but it really bothered Renee because I think Renee thought that Chitty should have sided with her, should have maybe chastised his own sister. So Chitty tells Renee, Chitty tells us that Renee is very insecure with herself. Yeah, we can see that. And she always thinks that people are against her. So the next morning, she wakes up in her fake sweet mood because Renee will have these moments where, she puts on a smile and she talks really soft and sweet to Chitty. How are you this morning, Chitty? How did you sleep this morning, Chitty? But you know that this is just to set him up because she's just trying to manipulate him. So the next morning, she wakes up and she goes into his room and she starts off all soft and sweet. And then she says, that I was thinking about staying in a hotel because I don't like the energy in the house. And I want you. No, that's not how she started off. I'm sorry. She started off with asking him to go for a walk. She didn't even want to bring up the hotel in the house because she had already planned to leave and go stay at a hotel and she wants to take Chitty with her. So when she went into his room that morning, she asked him, "Can we go for a walk?" Really nice and sweet. And he's like, "Sure, let's go for a walk." So they're outside, they get a chance to talk. And this is when she brings up the hotel. And she says that, there's a lot of negativity in the house coming from his sister and that she would feel a whole lot better staying in a hotel. Chitty says, "Well, if it's about being in the room, we can switch rooms or whatever." And she's like, "No, it's got nothing to do with the room. It's all about the negative energy in the house that I'm getting from your sister." And so she tells him that she wants to go to a hotel and she wants him to come with her. And he tells her that no, I think that we should spend whatever days that you have remaining in Nigeria, we should just spend this at home with my family. The monster came out. The Angela in her erupted because he was defying her. She was seeing that she was not able to control him. He was going against what she wanted. And so she says, "I traveled all these miles. I spent all this money to come and see you, to be with you, to spend time with you. And I just want a little bit of quality time with you. I just want us to be alone together." Now, his reasoning for not wanting to go to the hotel with her was absolutely legit. He's trying to abstain, but he does feel an attraction towards her. So he doesn't want to fall into temptation. And so he's like, it's just better for me to not even get myself in that situation. I don't even want to get into a scenario like that where I could possibly lose control of myself and go against what I'm trying to do, which is trying to abstain until they get married. This is something that he believes in very, very strongly, whether it's religious or spiritual or just for his own peace of mind. It really doesn't matter. It's nobody's business but his. He's made a decision and she should respect that as his partner. But instead, she really wants to break him, even though she comes off as, "Oh, you think I'm going to jump on you? You don't trust me? You think I'm just this, horned up woman that's just going to try to be all over you? Well, it's not like that. I just want to spend some quality. No, 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 no. I don't believe it for a second. She wants to isolate him. She wants to get him away from his family, get him away from what's comfortable and safe, which is his home. And she wants to get him in a hotel, and she wants to put the moves on him. And she's going to try to seduce him. She's going to try to do whatever she can to break him because she doesn't believe in whatever the hell he's doing. She doesn't respect him enough to respect what he's trying to do, to respect the fact that he's trying to abstain, because she has no respect for this man. Very little. All she sees in him is a person that she can manipulate for her own needs and for her own satisfaction. So he tells her no. And then when she's realizing he's not going to budge, she gets even more aggressive. She's yelling at him. She's telling him to shut up. She won't let him speak. She's cutting him off. Even though he can't see, she's got her finger all up in his face. Absolutely rude and disrespectful and absolutely abusive. Abusive, because can you imagine if the roles were reversed and if it was the man trying to convince a woman to go to a hotel with him after she has made it very clear that she does not want to be intimate with him for whatever reason. She doesn't want to be intimate with him, and he tries to get her away from her family, trying to isolate her, trying to convince her, oh, no, 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 you're going to go to I came all the way here. Can you imagine how that will come across to the public if it was a man doing that to a woman? And it's not any different if it's a woman doing it to a man. She's absolutely 1,000% in the wrong, and she is abusing this man. Now, with Angela and Michael, we can say that maybe because Michael, he was, as time went on, he did get more assertive with Angela, because that's when it got physical. Okay, when he would get assertive with her and stand his ground, she would try to put her hands on him, and that's when it got physical. So, but Michael, you could tell that he kind of was standing up for himself in a way. But with Chitty, he is so like mild mannered and she is so aggressive. I just don't know how Chitty's gonna put up with this, and I don't even know what Chitty sees in her. I don't know if it's because maybe I don't know if it's hard for him to find companionship, and so the first thing that came along, he just kind of like like attached himself to her. I don't know why. There's nothing about her that can justify why he wants to be with her. When she is a little bit more human with him, it's fake. It's just her being manipulative. So this whole entire segment with Chitty and Renee was very difficult to watch. It was, for those of us who have watched 90 Day Fiance, who had seen the Michael and Angela story from the beginning until the end, we're still dealing with post-traumatic stress. Okay, we have not yet recovered from Angela and Michael. And now TLC is giving us Chitty and Renee. And this is very triggering for a lot of us. Very, very triggering for a lot of us. And I'm sick and tired of them glorifying abuse. Why can't we find normal people? Oh, one more thing that I got to say before I move on is this. There was a time, like I said in another video, when 90 Day Fiance, whatever franchise you want to apply this to, there was a time when 90 Day Fiance was about people would meet because they would travel the world and they would travel on vacation or for whatever reason, and then they would end up falling in love with somebody in another country. Now it's all about people meeting on apps. They've never been to this other country. They know nothing of this other culture. And it's just about whoever they're meeting on these apps, these dating apps, right? And so I'm beginning to wonder if the people that we're seeing, for example, like Renee, like if she was just on some international app, international dating app, and in her bio, she's got, I want to be on 90 Day Fiance, who's game. I'm wondering if people are purposely beating people on these apps just to be on this show because there's no connection, there's no chemistry, there's no nothing between any of these people. Anyway, let's move on. Tiger Lily and Adnan. Why is it taking Tiger Lily 3 hours to get ready? Why is it taking you that long? You have yourself and two people helping you get ready. Why is it taking you 3 hours to get ready? So it's the day after their wedding celebration, and they're gonna go on their honeymoon to a town called Petra. And so they wake up in the morning and it's time to get ready and it's time to go. Adnan, his brothers are with them. And so he's like, we have to hurry up. We got to get going. And she's like, oh, it's going to take me more than 30 minutes to get ready. It took her 3 hours to get ready. Why? Why? That is very disrespectful of other people's time. And then Tiger Lily, why do you talk the way you talk? I know that before the Kardashians became famous, you were not talking like this. Why do you talk in that gravelly baby voice? Why do you talk like that? Okay. So Tiger Lily mentions, okay, so she talks about, uh, let me see. So after she gets ready, she comes outside, and her glam team, they are outside the hotel, and Adnan is there with his brother. So they're all greeting each other or whatever the hell. So Adnan shakes Shay's, I think her name is Shay, shakes Shay's hand. And Tiger Lily got upset because she was like, why do you get to shake my friend's hand, but I can't even, like hug my male friend Cruz? And she talks about the double standard. Yes, girl, it's a double standard because you're in an Islamic country. You're married to an Islamic man. Yes, it is a double standard. We're not here as Americans. We can't sit here and apply our standards to another person's culture. Okay, in their culture, the women are not physical with men that they are not married to and the men that they are not related to. That's just what it is. If you don't like it, girl, get you a cowboy from Montana or something. Get you an American man. Get you a non Islamic man. I'm not understanding why you are with a man who is following a certain culture, a certain religion that is very, 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 very strict. And then you're complaining about it. You said, because, I mean, I don't understand. So you saw this guy on some app, you slid into his DMs because he was young and he was hot, and you're like, oh, I want to be with him. This is the man that I want to be with. And so you don't ask him any questions, you don't learn nothing about him. You hurry up and you get married as soon as you land in Jordan, and now all of a sudden you got questions. No, the questions should have come before you got married to this man. Let's move on, y'all. Okay, so he has a problem with what she's wearing. She has on a shirt that's like a crop top and it's also showing cleavage. And he has an issue with that. And she's like, well, your shirt is open all the way down to your belly button, but I can't wear this. No, you can't. You can't wear that. He's not going to permit that. He doesn't want that. So 4 hours later, they're driving because it takes forever to get to Petra. So they're driving, and Adnan is still complaining about how long it took for her to get ready. Her excuse is, I'm just trying to be beautiful for my man, and he doesn't appreciate it. But you're disrespecting other people's time. So Adnan also had an issue with what she was wearing. We talked about that. And so they asked him, even in the US, when y'all come to America, are you still gonna expect her to dress modestly? And he's like, yes, she's my wife. She's gonna have to dress modest, even if we're living in America. That's just what it is. This is like I'm gonna try to remember their names. I'm so bad with names, even though we just saw them. Mahmoud and Nicole. This is Mahmoud and Nicole 2.0. So Tiger Lily says that, she doesn't really know what the rules are. She doesn't know what to do, but it's all a learning process for her. She's still trying to learn on all the do's and don'ts of the Islamic culture, the Islamic religion. So it's their first full day in Petra. They wake up the next morning, and for a miracle happened, and Tiger Lily was on time. So they're outside of the hotel. Oh, this is where the handshaking thing took place. I'm sorry, it wasn't in the first scene. It was in this scene where the handshaking thing took place, and she was upset that Adnan was able to shake Shay's hand, but she can't get physical or hug or touch her male friend Cruz. And this is when she had an attitude about it. So they get in the car, they're arguing about the double standard of it all. If you would have asked questions before you married the man, it wouldn't be an issue. Her friends were like, she's upset about the double standard, but she's married to the man now. She's stuck with him now. So they argue about the whole double standard thing, and she doesn't understand why she can't do certain things and he's able to do certain things. And then she gets so upset that she walks out of the car. Y'all, I have no patience for Tiger Lily. I really have no patience with her voice and how she talks. But I have no patience for Tiger Lily because, like, okay, if you never asked your man question, you're on a show called 90 Day Fiance. I know you did not bring yourself on a show that you've never watched before. I'm pretty sure you have seen several seasons of 90 Day Fiance, and you've seen situations very similar to yours where an American woman is with an Islamic man, and I'm pretty sure you're very familiar with the tradition of Muslims and Islam and all of that. I'm pretty sure this is nothing new to you, Tiger Lily, because if this is something new to you, Tiger Lily, something that you've never heard of, that you've never seen this before, then I'm worried about you. You need a caretaker. You need a caretaker because you shouldn't be left out and about alone. if you're putting yourself on a show that you've never ever watched, that you have no idea what's going on with the Islamic religion, and you're getting upset because you're supposed to be completely covered up, and he can walk around with his shirt opened up all the way down to his button, a belly button. Let's move on, y'all. Via and Sunny. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. These people irritate the hell out of me. Via and Sunny. Via lands in South Africa. Now remember, Via arrived in South Africa with her ex-boyfriend Rory. And the reason why Rory is with her is because she's never traveled internationally alone. And so she needed her emotional support human to be with her. And also just in case she gets into it with Sunny, she's got somebody on her side or something ridiculous like that. So she's arriving in South Africa, and she tells her ex-boyfriend, I don't want Sunny to see you because he might get upset and send me back to America. So I want you to hide when me and him meet for the very first time. And then I'm going to give you a signal. I'm going to text you 777, and then that's going to be your signal to go ahead and leave the airport and go to the hotel. So she meets Sunny, whatever. They hug, they kiss, whatever. They get in the car. They're on their way to the hotel. And so she texts her ex-boyfriend, 777, letting him know the coast is clear. Sunny has left the building. You can now maneuver and go to the hotel. So her and Sunny, they get to the hotel. He cooked for her. He prepared her some like curry chicken and rice and whatever else. He cooked for her, and he has the dinner on the table, and he's really excited to feed her and whatnot. She looks at the food and she's like, I'm not eating that. And he was like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, I'm not eating that. And then she tells us in her confessional, I'm very particular about what I put in my body. Like chicken? What? Are you a vegetarian? Are you vegan? Like, what are you talking about? You're very particular about what you put in your body. So she tells him, yeah, I'm not eating that. And he's like, oh, he was really offended. And it hurt his feelings because in a lot of cultures, I'm assuming also American culture, when someone cooks for you, it's like a whole nother level of showing how much they appreciate you. They're putting in the energy, the time, and the effort to create a meal for you, to cook a meal for you, just to show you how much you mean to them. It's more than just getting takeout. It's more than just ordering in or going somewhere and picking up something already prepared. It's a labor of love when someone cooks for you. And she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat that. And he was just like, he was trying to make the best of it. So he says, well, okay, more for me then, I guess. I don't know. So then after that, she wants to go take a shower, and he wants to join her. She's like, no. She wants to take things real slow. Okay, look, anybody, man or woman, male or female, you have the right of you have the right of what's going to be happening to your body. You don't want to be intimate with him. Fine. You have every right to not be intimate with him. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to do a damn thing that you don't want to do. But girl, you're out here butt booty naked on this video cam with him, letting him watch you take a shower, butt booty naked, showing him all the pearls, all the goods on camera. And then, okay, like I said, she has a right to say no. So she's like, no, you're not gonna. No, I don't. I'm not ready for that. We're gonna take it slow or whatever. So after that, she just wanted to go to sleep. And I'm thinking to myself, who are these people? Who the hell are these people? There's no chemistry between them. There's no nothing between them. They don't even to me they don't even match as a couple. First of all, I think they're roughly around the same age. They're in their 20s, even though Vea looks like a good hard 35 to 37. She's evidently in her 20s. They don't I don't understand what's going on. I think he's also Muslim, I think. So he's also conservative and traditional and all of that. They don't mesh. They don't look like an actual couple to me. This is the thing. This is what you get when you're allowing people on your show who are meeting each other on these apps, and then they conspire or concoct to, oh, let's pretend like we're dating so we can get on TV. This is basically what I'm feeling from Via and Sunny. I don't feel like this is a real relationship at all whatsoever. I don't know what's going on with Via and Sunny. They're weird. They're awkward. I don't understand what's going on with them. Let's move on to Niles and Matilda. So Matilda is traveling from her little hometown to Accra, Ghana to meet Niles because Accra is the capital of Ghana, I believe. And so they want to stay in a nice hotel and have nice restaurants, etc. So her and her brother are going to be traveling to Accra to meet Niles before she takes him back to her hometown. So the brother is with her because he wants to check out Niles and see if he is up to par and, if he's going to pass the smell test and, be good for his sister. So they get to the airport. They meet for the first time. Matilda was really excited to see him as he was to see her. They're very, very excited. Now, with them, I definitely saw a chemistry between Matilda and Niles. I definitely saw a connection between them. So after the airport, they go to a Ghanaian um, restaurant for dinner. And the brother tells Niles what is expected of him as his sister's husband. Like, what are they going to be expecting from him? How do they expect him to treat Matilda? And then the brother also tells him that Matilda has a temper. Okay, she is really quick to anger. So Niles had intended to tell Matilda early on that he was not ready to get, because Matilda thinks that he's coming to Ghana to get married. She thinks they're going to be getting married on his very first trip to Ghana. So that's what she's expecting. And he's not ready to get married. He doesn't want to get married. He wants them to postpone the wedding. And so he is still trying to find the courage to tell her that he's not ready to get married. But then when the brother tells him that Matilda has a bad temper and you don't want to get on her bad side, he loses all reserve and he still has yet to tell her that he wants to postpone the wedding. He's scared to death of her. Scared to death. So when they get to the hotel after dinner, they go to the hotel and they tell us that they are going to wait until they're married before they have sex, right? So they get to the hotel, they get in the bed, and yeah, Matilda's trying to hurry up and seal the deal. It seemed like to me, she's trying to hurry up and because look, just because I think Matilda does have an agenda to come to America via Niles, I don't think that um I don't think that she's a bad person. I think she does like him. I think that there is a connection between them, but I think also she wants to get to America. And I feel like the way that she was all over him and the way that she was like, "Oh, he's so handsome, blah blah blah." And, really laying it on thick on how attracted she is to him and how good looking she thinks he is. And then when they got to the hotel and she climbed on top of him and was trying to get things, it looked like she was trying to get things on and popping because her body movements, the things that she was saying to him, it didn't look like people who were trying to abstain and wait until they were married. It seems like she was trying to seal the deal right then and there. So I feel like she's really trying to use her womanly ways to let him know, like, hey, if I'm going to be your wife, you're going to be getting all of this, morning, noon, and night. So I feel like it was like a manipulating tactic when she got on top of him and, started trying to seduce him. But I could be wrong. What y'all think? Moving on to Faith and Lauren. So Lauren goes to the doctor because, Lauren, he's got gonorrhea. And so he goes to the doctor to get the medication, and he's like very flippant about it. He's like, "Yeah, I went to the doctor. They gave me the pills. You got to take them for 7 days. I'd be good as gold. No big deal." So Lauren calls a friend of his who lives in America. He FaceTimes his friend to let the friend know what's been going on so far in the Philippines. And, he tells the friend that we're not talking right now because I told her that I had gonorrhea and that I got it because I was, sleeping around with other people. And so he tells the friend that he had told Faith that he was sleeping with other people. But Faith took that literally as, falling asleep in a bed with someone else, and we are literally sleeping in the bed and doing nothing else. I'm like, Lauren, no. And I don't think that's how you phrased it. I don't think that that's what you meant. I think when you told her, I don't think you told her, "Hey, I'm sleeping with uh Stacy. I'm over here at Stacy's house and we're going to be sleeping together." I don't think you Lauren, stop the crap. Let's move on. So Faith is with her friends getting her nails done, and her friends can tell that something isn't right with her demeanor. So they ask her, "What's going on between you and Lauren? Isn't it exciting to have an American boyfriend?" And she's just really down and out, very, like sad. down in the dumps. So they ask her what's wrong, and she tells them, yeah, he confessed to me that he's been cheating on me and that he caught gonorrhea from some girl that he was sleeping with around Halloween. And the friends were like, y'all were together during Halloween. Y'all were still in a relationship. And so, yeah, she says that he was cheating on me. And so the friends are like, so what are you going to do? Now, one friend tells her to leave him. The other friend tells her, have a conversation with him. Cookie, the YouTuber, is telling her, run for the hills, girl. Run for the damn hills. Because Lauren, he doesn't take anything. He doesn't take his own health seriously. So how is he going to take your health seriously? He's going to expose you to a whole lot of stuff. And his excuse is going to be, oh, I thought you knew. When I said that I would. No, just leave. Just leave him. Because he claims that he told Faith, yeah, I told Faith that I was sleeping with my friend. And she literally thought we were just sleeping in the bed, like not doing it. No, Lauren, that's not. Stop. You did not tell her I'm sleeping with my friend. You probably told her I'm spending the night at Stacy's house, and you wanted her to connect the dots. I'm not even gonna take the time to overanalyze this mess. You're an F boy. You're a cheater. You got caught cheating, and now you're trying to make it look like it's her fault because she misunderstood. Moving on to Brian and Ingrid. So they go to a resort, a really nice resort in Brazil. They're having fun in the swimming pool, and he wants to talk to her again about how he's a changed man. He brings up again that, yes, I used to be a drug dealer. I was living that lifestyle, but when I got shot or when I got paralyzed, this is what I went through. I had this awakening. I wanted to do better for myself, et cetera, et cetera. So he talks about how, the early days when he first found out that he was paralyzed, how that affected him, but then how he was able to get out of that depression and he decided to turn his life around and become more positive, and how he began to play rugby and how he's inspiring his teammates and other people who are paralyzed. He's inspiring them as well, to still go out there and live life and be happy. Just because you're paralyzed, it doesn't mean that life stops. And so she got emotional when she was hearing his story. And I guess now she's seeing a different side of Brian. And so they connected, and it was a beautiful moment. And that was that. Y'all, I cannot stand your girl, Renee, Angela 2.0, and your girl, what's her name? Oh, Renee, Tiger Lily, and her ignorance, her fake ignorance, and Vea. They're trying the hell out of me. They are really, really trying me. Thank you so much for joining me, y'all. I really do appreciate it. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. If you like this content, subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye.